Good morning. So today we are going to learn Bronsted-Lowry concept of acid and bases. It is not in your syllabus, okay, but I am just dealing these topics with you so that you will not have any problem in acid and bases. Okay. So just to develop teaching you all these things. So it is Bronsted-Lowry concept of acid and base. Okay. So in previous lecture I taught you Arrhenius concept of acid and base. Okay. And what was Arrhenius concept? According to Arrhenius, acids are those substances which give or produces H plus ion in water, and bases are those substances which produces OH minus in water. Okay. But there are some limitations of Arrhenius acids and bases. For example, Arrhenius was not able to state about the acidic behavior of hydrogen chloride gas and basic behavior of ammonia gas. Getting me? Arrhenius was not able to explain acidic behavior of hydrogen chloride gas and basic behavior of ammonia gas. Okay, but Bronsted-Lowry, according to Bronsted-Lowry, hydrogen chloride gas is an acid and ammonia is a base. So we are going to learn Bronsted-Lowry concept of acid and base. So what is Bronsted acid? I am not writing here Bronsted-Lowry. Simply you get understand. Okay, you should understand this Bronsted-Lowry concept means I am writing here Bronsted acid, or you can write here Bronsted-Lowry acid. Okay. So what are Bronsted acid, or better you write here Bronsted-Lowry acid. Those substances which produces H plus ion. Okay, are Bronsted acid. Very simple definition. Okay, those substances which produces H plus ion are Bronsted acids. Means any substance is giving H plus ion, so that will be Bronsted acid. HCl gives H plus, H2SO4 gives H plus ion, HNO3 gives H plus ion. Okay, H3PO4 gives H plus ion. So all these are Bronsted bases also. Now come to Bronsted bases. This is Bronsted acid. Now come to Bronsted base. According to Arrhenius, Bronsted base was those substances which were producing OH minus ion in water. But according to Bronsted bases are those substances which accepts H plus ion are called as Bronsted bases. Getting this, getting the difference between Arrhenius base and Bronsted base. Okay, Arrhenius base means those substances which give OH minus ion. For example, if you will be asked NaOH is what kind of base? NaOH is what kind of base? Then your answer will be it is Arrhenius base. Why it is Arrhenius base? Because when it is dissolved in water, NaOH aqueous, okay, it breaks into Na plus and OH minus ion. Okay, and this satisfies definition of Arrhenius. Okay, so NaOH is an Arrhenius base. It is not a Bronsted base, but according to Bronsted bases are those substances which accepts H plus ion. Okay, now I am giving you one example. Example is ammonia. Ammonia is a Bronsted base. Okay, ammonia is a Bronsted base. How ammonia is a Bronsted base? Okay, let's understand. It is HCl gas when it combines with ammonia gas. Okay, HCl, I told you HCl is also a Bronsted acid because it produces H plus ion. Okay, it is HCl is producing H plus ion, so it is what? It is Bronsted acid. Gas. Okay, so it is not a Bronsted, it is not an Arrhenius acid because I told you Arrhenius was not able to explain why HCl gas is acidic in nature. So Bronsted explained it that HCl gas can give H plus ion. Okay, so it is Bronsted acid. Getting this? Okay, I can understand. Means one confusion will be in your mind that sir, it is also giving H plus ion, and in case of Arrhenius acid, okay, acid gives H plus ion. But the difference is, in case of Arrhenius acid, okay, substance produces H plus ion when it is dissolved in water. Okay, if you will not dissolve water, then no H plus ion will be formed according to Arrhenius. But according to Bronsted, no need to dissolve it in water. Getting this? The difference is, okay, according to Bronsted, no need of solvent or water is there, and according to Arrhenius, for being an acid or base, okay, need of solvent is there. Means at first you have to dissolve it in water, then only you are going to get H plus ion. So this is the difference. Okay, so HCl gives H plus ion, so it is Bronsted acid. Okay, and according to Bronsted, substances which accepts H plus ion are base. So this H plus ion is present here, NH4 plus Cl minus, or we can say it is forming ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. Okay, so since HCl is producing H plus ion, so it is a Bronsted acid. NH3 is accepting this H plus ion, so NH3 means ammonia gas is Bronsted base. Getting the difference? Why ammonia is a base? Because it is accepting H plus ion, and according to Bronsted, those substances which accept H plus ion are Bronsted base. So ammonia is a Bronsted base. Okay. And one more thing, I told you Arrhenius acid plus Arrhenius base gives out salt plus water. In this case it is Bronsted acid plus Bronsted base, so only salt is obtained. Ammonium chloride is a salt and no water is formed. So you have to keep in mind, okay, in every reaction of acid with bases, water is not formed. When Arrhenius acid reacts with Arrhenius base, then salt and water both are formed. Otherwise, if Bronsted acid and Bronsted bases are formed, then water is not formed, okay, in this reaction. Okay. Now, one very important thing I am going to tell you, okay, that is concept of conjugate acid and conjugate base, and it is very important. Conjugate acids and conjugate bases. Okay, conjugate acid and conjugate base. So start with conjugate base. So put heading conjugate base, conjugate base. Okay, very easy to understand. Take one acid, say it is HCl. Okay, HCl. Simply it is acidic, we know it is acidic. So HCl gives H plus ion, we have discussed this. Okay, so HCl gives H plus ion and Cl minus ion. HCl breaks into H plus and Cl minus. Okay, so HCl is what? HCl is acid. This HCl is acid. Why HCl is acid? Because it is giving out H plus ion. Which gives H plus ion are acids. This Cl minus is known as conjugate base. Okay, so we will say Cl minus ion, okay, is conjugate base of HCl acid. Very simple. HCl gives H plus and Cl minus. This Cl minus is known as conjugate base of HCl acid. So I have written here Cl minus ion is conjugate base of HCl acid. Okay. So what is the definition of conjugate base? Okay, wait, I am going to tell you the definition. Okay, but just try to learn what is conjugate base. I am giving you some more example. Say it is H2SO4 and H2SO4 breaks into H plus plus HSO4 minus. Okay, so this H2SO4 is an acid and this HSO4 minus is conjugate base. So we will say HSO4 minus is conjugate base of H2SO4 acid. Okay, HSO4 minus is conjugate base of H2SO4 acid. Okay, now come to the definition. What is conjugate base? Okay, so I am writing here acid and their conjugate bases differ by H plus ion. What is definition of conjugate base? Acid, conjugate base is produced by acid. So acid and their conjugate base differ by H plus ion. Okay, means the difference between the acid and the conjugate base, okay, obtained will be of H plus ion. Here it is HCl. HCl is the acid. HCl dissociated into H plus and Cl minus. So you can see here in Cl minus, okay, H plus ion is missing. So difference between HCl and Cl minus is H plus. So I have written here HCl is the acid and Cl minus ion is the conjugate base of HCl. In second case, H2SO4 and HS4 minus, means here one hydrogen is present, and in case of H2SO4 two hydrogen is present. So difference is of H plus ion. So I have written here HSO4 minus is the conjugate base and H2SO4 is the acid. So it is acid and H2SO4 is the acid and HSO4 minus is the conjugate base. Okay, take one more example. Okay, you have given one question. Okay, H2SO4 is the acid and which one will be the conjugate base of this H2SO4 acid? Come to SO4 2 minus. Here two hydrogen is present, here no hydrogen is present. So difference here is of 2H plus ion. Here it is H2SO4 and it is HSO4 minus, means one hydrogen is lacking here. So here difference is of 1H plus ion. Now come to the definition. I told you acid and their conjugate base differ by 1H plus ion. Okay, here it is differing by 2H plus ion. So it is not the conjugate base, it is the conjugate base. It is the conjugate base of H2SO4. Getting this? Means acid and their conjugate base will differ by 1H plus ion. Okay, now come to conjugate acids. It was conjugate base, now come to conjugate acids. So right here, base, a base and its conjugate acid differ by 1H plus ion. Okay, this time we have written the definition in the beginning. Okay, because you have understood the concept. I am taking one example. NH3 is a base, we have seen it, and NH3 is after accepting 1H plus ion will become NH4 plus. So this NH4 plus will we conjugate acid. So we will say NH4 plus is conjugate acid of base NH3. Hope you have understand. Okay. What is conjugate acids? I have written a base and its conjugate acid. A base and its conjugate acids differ by one H plus ion. Base is NH3 and its conjugate acid is NH4 plus. So difference is of one H plus ion. Getting this? So this is base, this is acid. Now one question is there, why it is called as conjugate acid? Why it is called as conjugate acid? Because it is NH4 plus and it is unstable in nature. Okay, means it has a tendency to lose H plus ion or to give H plus ion, tendency to give H plus ion. And we know tendency to give H plus ion, okay, is acid. Acid gives H plus ion. So if it have a tendency to give H plus ion, so it is acidic. That's why it is acid. Conjugate means it is obtained from a base. That is, we say NH4 plus is conjugate base of NH3. In the same way, I told you HCl breaks into H plus plus Cl minus. This Cl minus is conjugate base. This was acid. So why Cl minus is base? Because it is unstable and it will readily accept H plus ion. So species which can accept H plus ion is base. That's why it is termed as base. Why conjugate? Because it is derived from this. So this is the concept, okay, of conjugate acid and conjugate base, which is very important. Okay, now one more thing, amphiprotic species. Amphiprotic species, okay, those substances which can show acidic as well as basic character or basic properties are called as amphiprotic species. Okay, what are amphiprotic species? Those substances which can show acidic as well as basic properties, okay, are called as amphiprotic species. Means substances which can behave as acid, which can behave as both acid and bases. Substances which can behave as acid, which can behave as bases, means which can behave as both acid and bases are known as amphiprotic species. I am giving you example. Okay, H2SO4, okay, dissociates into H plus plus SSO4 minus. Okay, so this HSO4 minus is amphiprotic species, is amphiprotic species. Why this is amphiprotic species? I told you amphiprotic species can show acidic as well as basic, okay, both nature. Okay, so HSO4 minus can, this HSO4 minus can accept this H plus ion and come back in form of H2SO4. This HSO4 minus can accept H plus ion to give H2SO4. So if it can accept H plus ion, according to Bronsted, it is a base. So this time it is behaving as base. Again, this HSO4 minus can produce H plus ion because it is having hydrogen. So it can produce H plus ion, it can give H plus ion, so it can give H plus ion and it can form SO4 2 minus. It is clear? HSO4 minus, it is having hydrogen, so it can give this hydrogen, so it will give H plus ion and SO4 2 minus. So here it is giving out H plus ion, so according to Bronsted it is acid here. So this HSO4 minus can act as base, can act as acid, so it is amphiprotic species. Okay, I am giving you one more example. So many examples are there, just I am giving you one more example. Okay, HS minus. Okay, what is HS minus? Hydrogen sulfide, you know, H2S. It can give H plus plus HS minus. So here HS minus is amphiprotic species. It is amphiprotic species. How? This HS minus can accept this H plus and give back H2S. So this time it is accepting H plus ion. So species which accept H plus ion are bases, Bronsted bases. So here it is Bronsted base. Right here Bronsted. Okay, for better understanding, it is Bronsted base here. And this HS minus is having one hydrogen, so it can release the hydrogen. So we will say HS minus, okay, can give H plus ion plus S2 minus. So here it is giving H plus ion, so what it is? Acid, or you can say Bronsted acid. So HS minus is acting as Bronsted acid base, it is acting as Bronsted acid, so it can show both concept, it can show both acidic as well as basic nature, okay, basic behavior, so it is amphiprotic species. Okay, now come to Lewis concept of acid and bases. Lewis concept of acid and base. Actually, Arrhenius and Bronsted-Lowry both failed to explain, okay, why AlCl3 is acidic. Getting me? AlCl3, okay, is acidic in nature. So, according to Arrhenius and Bronsted, substances which give H plus ion are acid, and AlCl3 is having no hydrogen atom. So how it is possible that it will produce H plus ion? So according to Bronsted and Arrhenius, okay, it is not an acid, but actually it is acid. It is acidic. Okay, so this is explained on the basis of Lewis concept of acid and base theory. Okay, so try to understand what is Lewis acid and what is Lewis base. So Lewis acid, start with Lewis acid. Those species which can accept a pair of electron, those species which can accept a pair of electron are called as Lewis acids. Okay, those species which can accept a pair of electron are called as Lewis acids. Okay, so we will say from here, cations will act as Lewis acid, electron deficient compounds will act as Lewis acid. Getting this? Cations means what? Lack of electron, deficiency of electron. Cations means deficiency of electron. So if it is having deficiency of electron, so it can accept electron pair. If compound like AlCl3, like BF3, like BeCl2, all these are what? All these are electron deficient compound. How all these are electron deficient compound? Aluminium, okay, valence electron present is 3, 2, 8, 3, 13. Okay, so one Cl, other Cl, and it is third Cl. So count here electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 electrons are present. So octet, okay, is incompleted. Octet is incomplete. So it is what? It is electron deficient compound. Boron, tetrafluoride, BF3, boron, 3 electrons are present in outermost shell. One F, other F. So count electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again it is what? Octet is incomplete, means it is electron deficient compound. So electron deficient compound will act as Lewis acid. Cations will act as Lewis acid. So simply, what are Lewis acid? Lewis acids are those species, okay, which can accept a pair of electron are called as Lewis acids. All these are Lewis acids. Okay. we can say compounds having vacant d orbital of its central atom will act as Lewis acid. Okay, compounds in which central atom is having vacant d orbital will also act as Lewis acid. So this is all about Lewis acid. Now come to Lewis base. Those substances, Lewis base, those substances which can donate a pair of electron are Lewis bases. Those substances which can donate a pair of electron are called Lewis bases. Okay, which can accept pair of electron are Lewis acids, and which can donate pair of electron are Lewis bases. Okay, neutral species having lone pair of electrons acts as Lewis base. For example, NH3 have a lone pair of electron. NH2 have a lone pair of electron. Okay, H2O, this oxygen have two lone pair of electrons. So neutral species having lone pair of electrons acts as Lewis base. We will say anions acts as Lewis base. Anions means electrons are present in excess. So if electrons are present in excess, then it is able to donate pair of electron. So if it can donate a pair of electron, then it will be a Lewis base. So this is the concept of Lewis acid and Lewis base. So you have understood, okay, Arrhenius concept of acid and bases, then Bronsted-Lowry concept of acid and bases, and then Lewis concept of acid and bases. Okay, so now basics of acid and bases. Not only basics, now you are able to distinguish between acid and bases. Now you can easily, okay, very easily you can understand which one is acid, which one is base. Not only which one is acid, which one is Bronsted acid, which one is Lewis acid, which one is Arrhenius acid. Okay, you can distinguish between all these things. That's why I explained all these things. Okay, Okay, thank you. See you in next video.